So we begin our drama unit first with a look at what drama is, how it's similar and different to other works of fiction, and then later on taking a closer look at some other things that drama uses in order to help develop its theme and create drama. The first thing to take a look at is what is drama. Drama is written to be performed. So you might also we might also refer to it as a play. It has, like other works of fiction, it has setting, plot, characters, themes, dialogue. The way that it is communicated, though, is different. So if we take a look at similarities and differences, like we just mentioned, both drama and other works of fiction have setting, they have plot, they have characters, they have theme, they have dialogue. The differences are in how those aspects of the fictional work are conveyed. Dialogue is used in a different way in drama. The setting is communicated in a different way in drama. The plot is divided in a different way in drama. So let's take a closer look in a few minutes at that. Some important things that you need to know with regards to drama are cast of characters, act, scene, setting, dialogue, stage direction. Setting and dialogue you should be familiar with from other works of fiction. Place and time for the setting. For dialogue, it's the words that the characters are saying. We're going to take a look at how that's different in a drama versus other works of fiction in a moment. Things that are different in a drama compared to other works of fiction. Cast of characters. Often in a drama, at the beginning, you will have a list of all the characters that are in the play, so that people know who they're going to be performing. You have acts and scenes, which you can think of as similar to chapters in other works of fiction, but there are important differences. Plays or dramas are divided into acts, which are the biggest divisions, and then acts are divided into scenes, which are smaller divisions. And then you have stage directions, where the person who wrote the drama will actually tell the characters how to say something, or what props to use, or what lighting to use, or where to move on the stage. And those will often be in italics when you take a look at an actual text of a drama. Something to think about as we're reviewing the slides with the aspects of drama that are similar to other works of fiction is to think about how they're different, how they're conveyed or portrayed differently. Thinking about, like, what's the difference between a book and a movie? 'Cause movies are structured in a similar way to plays. So thinking about the difference between the way a book and a screenplay looks, how a book turns into a movie, and things like that. Okay, setting, the obvious similarities. It's for the time and place of the story. It can be a specific time in history. It can include the weather. It can include the landscape. It can include the year. It helps create context for the story. It helps set the mood for the story. It creates an atmosphere for the story that the drama is telling. If you were to take a drama and take the words of the drama and the characters of a drama and put them in a different time and place, it would impact the drama tremendously, just like it would in any other work of fiction. The thing that you want to keep in mind, the thing that you want to keep in mind with a drama is the setting is communicated differently in a drama than it is in a work of fiction. In a work of fiction, that description of the setting is part of the story. We learn about it from other characters, possibly. It sets the stage for us and becomes and is interwoven into the actual work of fiction. In a drama, it is obviously part of the drama, but it is written almost apart from the actions and the dialogue that the characters have. it will often be a paragraph or so at the beginning of a drama, or when a new act starts, or when a new scene starts. It's not something that is communicated to the audience by the actors. It is communicated by the playwright to the actors and the set designer, so that what the audience is seeing provides the setting, but it's not directly told to the audience through the characters. If we take a look at an example setting like the Thanksgiving meal during the Great Depression, suggests a somber mood, because people didn't have a lot of during the Great Depression, of money, of food, of anything. So having a Thanksgiving meal is going to be different in the Depression than it is in 2018. And that's going to impact the characters, it's going to impact what they're doing, it's going to impact how the audience feels. So keeping that in mind, characters may respond to a setting with different emotions. They might be anxious, they might be confident, they might be angry, they might be cheerful. It helps set the tone and create the mood for the audience. Structure, in terms of plot of a drama, is the same as it is for any other work of fiction. You have your exposition, your rising action, climax, falling action, and the denouement. That's just another way of saying the resolution. But again, the way that it's presented, the way that it's conveyed, is different in a drama than it is in other works of fiction. So, like you had before, you know what plot is. It's the events that are taking place in the story, whether it's drama or another work of fiction. They unfold, your rising action, your climax, the falling action, all of that. In a drama, though, the plot is, I guess we can say, divided over the course of acts. And then the acts are divided into scenes. And you would have a change in scenes to show a change in setting or a change in characters. And then the thing to keep in mind is that the actions happening, or the events happening in a scene, move the plot forward to the next scene, to the next scene, to the next act. So you take a look at this example. This is what we're going to look at it in a second, but this is what dialogue would look like in a drama. And you can see here that both the stage direction and the dialogue impact the plot and move the plot along. So you have Ben: Mom, can you drive me to soccer practice? Mom: sure, let me grab my coat, I'll meet you in the car. Stage direction in italics: Ben exits while Mom puts on coat, re-enters looking upset. Ben, again, stage direction, how he's going to say the dialogue that he's going to say, panicking. Mom, the car is gone. So you have incidents within the scene affecting the plot and moving it forward. The fact that the car is missing is going to lead us into the next part of our plot. Just a real quick mention of the difference between a scene and a summary. The scene in a play is taking place in that moment. There's dialogue between characters. It is what the actors are doing and saying at that moment on stage. A summary is like a summary that you know from doing summaries. It gives you pieces of information that are important quickly, background information possibly. Summary can occur within scenes. Okay, so a summary can be part of a scene in order to move the plot along. Okay, so dialogue, which we just took a quick look at when we were looking at the plot. Dialogue is again what the characters are saying. The difference is, though, that in a drama, in a play, the the dialogue is the bulk of our story. Because again, drama is meant to be performed. So you have characters saying much more than they might in another work of fiction. And it doesn't look the same. You don't have quotation marks, you don't have new paragraphs and things like that. Dialogue is, you have the character's name in all caps, a colon, and then what they're saying. You might have, like we said before, you might have a stage direction before the words that the character is going to say in italics so that you know how to say it. Though that's not said, that is how you say it. So if you take a look at the dialogue we have here, you have Rita and Cora. They are talking. Those two actors would be saying the words that come right after their characters' names. Except for the things that are italics. That's how they're going to say it. So we have Rita begins the conversation. Oh, why was I so mean to Derek? He's just a kid. He looks up to me. I'm his big sister. Well, he did scribble on your essay. And then the tearfully is how she says it. She doesn't say tearfully. But I never yell at him. Not ever. We still have time before school. Let's go set things straight. So like dialogue in other works of fiction, dialogue in of drama is going to reveal things about the character. When we take a look at Rita's dialogue, we see that she did something that wasn't so nice, but that she regrets it. So that she is someone who, she's not necessarily a mean person. She just, maybe like some of us, she loses her temper. She did something that she regrets. She wishes she could take it back. And now she has to figure out how to deal with that. But the thing that's also significant is that dialogue drives the plot forward. Now they're going to have to find Derek, and that's going to take us into the next part of our scene. So like other works of fiction, drama has themes. Theme you are very familiar with. It's the central message. It's the thing that the author wants us to take away when we are done. What is the lesson that we can, or the message that we can apply to other aspects of life. Theme is developed throughout the drama with the dialogue. It can be developed through the setting. It can be developed through stage direction even. And like other works, the title and the exposition can hint at the meaning, the central meaning of the play. Just a quick reminder, plays are written to be performed. There's stage directions, and it's heavy with dialogue, unlike other works of fiction, because the performers are meant to interact with one another, to drive the story forward, to communicate the theme.